What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Tamala Lanice. I'm here with the missus of Peachy Tea Time at 92.3 The Hits, baby. What it do? Period. Pooh.
Hey, y'all. Y'all know, I'm clicking the wrong damn. Okay, here we go.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus, yeah. Celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Tune in on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Come join us on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Join us on Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time. Yeah.
Hey, what it do? Hey, y'all. We are let me introduce myself. Let me reintroduce myself. My name is the Missus. Y'all thought I was gonna say H to the O-V. What? Don't think I don't know. I know. What's good, y'all? I'm the Missus. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on Peachy Tea Time, okay? This is Peachy Tea Time, a special edition, because tonight's supposed to be Peachy Talks. Yes, tonight's supposed to be Peachy Talks with me and my husband, and I told him he's not needed tonight. Sorry, but yes, that's what I told him. I said, you're not needed tonight. You know why? Because my cousin on here tonight, y'all. My cousin is on here tonight, and she got a story to tell. That's why tonight is going to be called One-on-One with the Missus. So she has a story to tell. Her name is Janelle Tyson. Everybody back home in Saginaw, Michigan, I know y'all know who she is. I know y'all probably done heard some things out there in these streets, baby, about my cousin, okay? But today, she going to clear everything up. Okay? She going to clear it all up. Whatever you want to know, feel free to ask in the chat. If she want to answer it, she'll answer it. If she don't, she won't. I mean, I don't know the other way to put it. But she did tell me tonight, she told me that nothing is, how can I say it? She don't want to hide nothing, basically. She want to let everything out. You know, she tired of people in the streets talking shit. You know, everything is explicit language. Explicit language, baby, explicit language. But ain't nothing allegedly. Because one thing I can say about my family, we speak the truth. Okay? We speak the truth. At least we try to sometimes. You know, sometimes I tell Phil too. just sometimes. So let me go ahead and introduce my cousin. I love her dearly. I love her so much. My cousin Janelle. Now, one thing y'all gonna notice about me and Janelle, let me see if somebody be able to get it in the comments. Now, if you're Julie, you can't get it. Don't you guess. But now, if one person can name one thing that me and my cousin have in common when she comes up, put it in the chat and lunch on Peachy Tea Time. For tomorrow, baby. It's Easter. I know y'all don't want to got them kids some Easter stuff. I know you did. So I'm gonna give you some lunch. Now I ain't giving lunch for you and your kids, okay? Because you already bought them some shit. So I'm giving you lunch, okay? So here go my cousin, and this will be for the whole show, okay? The first person that put it in the chat, what is one thing me and my cousin has in common, okay? Here she go, baby. Miss Janelle Tyson. Hey. Hey, boo.
Yeah, stop.
What's good? What's going on?
Hey, cousin.
Hey. I like
What's
your
up?
shirt, girl.
Girl, Peachy Tea Time. Peachy Tea Time.
Shout out to Peachy Tea Time.
Kisses.
Shout out to Peachy Kisses.
What else would I wear? What else would I put on?
Thank y'all. Now, Veronica got it already. Look, Veronica got it already. Veronica said the eyes, the eyes. Yes, hers a little bit lighter than mine, but they still light. They still light.
We like.
Yes. So Veronica, lunch is on PGT time tomorrow.
I'm
So
I'm
I will
hungry
definitely.
too. I'm
You
hungry.
hungry too?
It's
Okay,
supposed to be
Veronica,
whoever
you gonna
gets it
send
and the guest of honor.
Veronica, you gonna send my cousin half of your $10? Nah, your play.
TT Carolyn, just gonna send me a DoorDash.
Girl, you know that's Mama Peach. That Mama Peach. We call her Mama Peach.
Okay, well, Mama Peach gonna send your niece.
Look, Julie said, "Hey, sissy. Hey."
I'm here, sissy.
Yes.
I'm here, sissy.
Everybody is in the building. I am so thankful that you all are here. Janelle. Before we get started,
show my boy Dollar Will in the building. Shout it out. That's my baby.
Baby, we ready to turn up tonight. Hold on, we gonna have to. Hey.
Second North represent B-Port BB. All the way to the ATL.
Yes. Now, like I told y'all, I'm also sending out not reminders, but little alerts to people, letting folks know we live, baby. We live in the building.
Hey, that's Bosworth representing. I see you, Ronnie. Veronica. Hey.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's Veronica. Yeah, Veronica.
Hey,
Veronica
we used to play together at my Granny Rose house. Hey, I see you, baby. I see you.
Let me tell you, Veronica is like my sister.
I said, how you know my cousin?
Me and Veronica.
When I be seeing y'all on the post, I'm like, how she know my cousin? We used to play together. her older cousin, her big cousin, her granny. Man,
Candy Apple 40.
That's my big cousin. Hey, Candy.
Hey, cousin.
Hey, y'all, man, I appreciate y'all, man. My family, come through.
They are here to support. They are here to support. Hey, Josette. How you doing? Josette is a big supporter as well of Peachy Tea Time. BG is in the building just as well. I'm telling you, we turning up tonight, baby.
Hey, to see people I know on this and they saying, hey, like it give me anxiety because this is ooh-wee.
Have you ever done anything like this before?
Never.
No. Well, I told you I was gonna make this as comfortable as possible for you. You know, we gonna do our thing tonight. We have a lot to talk about. She said, all day, baby. Yes, we did. Now, look, Veronica, like, yeah, I know her.
2711 Wadsworth, baby. Hey, McCrae's Party Stove. Hey.
Yes. So we finna go ahead and get started. Janelle, we're gonna start with our talent for the night. But just before we get started, we're gonna play a little bit of talent. And when we come back, you're gonna tell everybody who you are, why you're on PGT Time, and we're gonna go head on with this conversation, okay?
You need to tell them.
Look at it, y'all. She's starting already. Let's go to this talent right quick.
With your love letters, I thought it made me feel better. I finally got you out my bed, but I still can't get you out my head. Ooh, I'm sending you one text at a time. Know you're by your phone, boy, pick up your line. I ain't too proud to beg, no. What's been said has been said. Ooh, I need you to know. You don't know what love is. I need you to know. You don't know. You don't know what love is. If you don't put up a fight, and you don't know what love is. If you don't stay up all night, oh, you don't know what love is. If you're too good to call many times, you say you know what love is, but I swear you've never seen it in your life. Ooh, I swear you've never seen it in your life. Ooh, no. I swear you'll never see it in your life.
Yes. Shout out to Sammy Allen with our special talent for the night. She did her thizzle, baby. She did her thing.
Yeah.
We don't discriminate over here. If you can sing, you can sing. We don't care what color you are, as long as you can sing.
Sing
I had to
something.
get that out the way. I had to get that
You
out
gonna
the way.
sing something.
You gonna sing something.
You gonna
Just like
sing
them
something.
folks gonna sing and rap at my 1-year anniversary. Yes, 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 yes. They sure are. They gonna do their thug thizzle. I'm so proud of each and every one of them
And
for
we proud of
coming.
you.
Yes, and that's the most humble thing ever. You know that these people are traveling. Some is coming from New York, from Mississippi, from New Jersey. I mean, they coming from all over. Then I got celebrity host Neffy. You know, she'll be hosting. So I am just so humble and so thankful. I sure wish my cousin be able to show up. Janelle.
Lil Sean.
We still hoping, y'all. We still hoping.
I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna see what I can do, baby. I'm gonna see what I can do.
All right, that's what I talk about.
I'm gonna do my best.
Yes. So let's get started. First and foremost, I want to tell you thank you so much.
Stay on task. Stay on task. Stay on task.
Yes,
Stay
we
on
gonna
task.
stay on task.
Stay on task.
We gonna stay on task. Who is saying task? Stay on task. Oh, that's you. But I
Pressuring
want to
me in
thank
front of
you
all
so
these
much.
people.
I know. It's okay. It's okay. It's your folks out here though. They celebrating. They celebrating you.
Sissy, MSU representing.
There go Mama Peach in the
Spartan,
building.
baby.
Everybody in the building. Everybody is in the
ATT.
building. So yes. So let's go ahead. Let's get started. Now, I asked you to come on the show tonight because you have been through some things in your life. And I feel that you will be able to help somebody, even if you're able just to help one person out here, just one person that's watching this story. And even if they're watching and they know somebody else. So I please encourage everybody to share this video. Please share it right now. Like it right now. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Peachy Tea Time. Now, let's get started. Janelle, no holds bars tonight. No holds bars tonight. You know, we're going to talk about it. We're going to dig deep into this. And, you know, whatever you don't want to answer, you don't answer. Whatever you do, you do. So I want to start in the beginning. What was Janelle like? Let's go back to high school. What was Janelle like in high school?
Nah. That ain't the beginning.
That ain't the beginning. It goes further back than that.
To know me, you have to go way back.
Way back.
High school is not me. I mean, high school is me. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
High school is Bridgeport. High school is National Honor Society. High school is co-op at Dow Chemical. High school is number 14 in her class. You know, high school is all conference, volleyball, track. No. To know me, you have to go way deep. You know,
way back.
You have to go further. High school is Holy Rosary on, what is it, 17th Perkins or is it 20th Street? Like Holy Rosary BV across the street from Heaven Ridge. That the old CAC, you know, whatever.
BV in the building, y'all.
Vest Park, and then it's Vest Park, and it's Lead Yard, and then it's a hard stuff and Hamel. That's like 24. You know what I mean? That's where that's my first memories is 25th and Perkins. But then, guess what? My grandmother lived in Vassar, Michigan. Okay? Hey, for the people out there that don't know, Vassar, Michigan had 2 stoplights.
That's
2.
what you call small.
2. They had a bridge on top of the hill in Vassar. You can hear commercials right now that say, "Oh, Cook's like where they sell cars, Cook's dealership, top of the hill in Vassar, or such and such, top of the hill in Vassar, blah blah." And then you go down this hill, and it was this steep hill. We used to ride our bikes. Vassar ain't had no McDonald's. Do you hear me? They had nothing. But
I thought everybody had a McDonald's at least.
Girl, no, nothing. But when you come, when you go out Highland past BV, represent BV, because
BV in the building, baby.
My mama from BV. My mama went to BV her whole life. And her senior year, she had to go to Vassar. So she graduated from Vassar. But guess what? Duke, Venetia Tyson, Duke is my mama.
Okay.
Duke, Venetia Tyson, bowler. She know Mary McQueen, Roy Tyson, Pee Wee, Greg. That's my mama. Okay, Freddie Mae, Akins, and her brother. That's my mama. We lived on 25th and Perkins my whole life until I was in 3rd grade. I went to Henry Dorr. I went to Clayton. Hear me? I'm BV. Hey, when you get out of Clayton, you like, is you gonna go to Ricker or is you gonna go to Bronco? Okay,
exactly.
Did you hear me?
Exactly.
Where you gonna go? Which one you gonna do? But hey, Keisha, Dante. You know what I mean? They went to Bronco. I wanted to go to Bronco, but I kind of wanted to go to Ricker too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm BV.
Shout out to Ricker. I went to Ricker. Shout out to Ricker.
Okay.
In the building, baby.
Derek Akins is Freddie Mae's brother. He was like, me and your mama used to put pallets, flip them over, and act like we was driving home. And I used to take your mama home every day on our pallet. We used to pretend we was driving.
Wow.
But I didn't
know
that
what you call go way back. That's what you call go way back.
I didn't know that story until after my mother passed. And then I worked with him, and he was just encouraging me. And he was like, hey, whatever you need, baby, I got it. Me and your mama was best friends. You know what I'm saying? So Freddie Mae, Kelly Marshall, Kevin Marshall, Eric, Stacy, Shalonda, shout out to Deidre Price, but she her last name is different. They selling them cookies over there now. hey, BV is solid. Lil Mark, Jamil Clark, Jamil Brown, Vincent.
I hope y'all listening. She giving out y'all shout outs. You know, I try to give shout outs.
They had a pool way down there on 25th, past James LaPierre, Lil Vincent, Lil Mark. Shout out, rest in peace, like Lil Mose.
Yep.
Tanisha, Kelly.
Yeah.
Hey, BV, I'm from BV. I don't give a damn if I graduated from Bridgeport or not.
You straight BV, and that's
I'm straight BV.
That's who you.
But I went to Vassar, and that is a community. Okay, we had 3 streets, yo. 3 streets. So if you want to know my story, you can't talk about high school. You have to go back to the beginning. You have
let's start in the beginning. Let's start in the beginning then. Okay, let's start in the beginning. Okay. Now.
How much time I got?
It is okay. We got all the time you need. We got all the time you need, baby. We got all the time that you need. Okay. So let's start with this. Was you raised in a single parent home?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Now a lot of these questions, Janelle, I know the answer to.
My mother raised me, but I always my father was always present in my life. He was there, he was not, but my mother, he might have not always been in my home, but he was always in my life.
In your life.
He was always there, but my mother raised me. Period. But my father helped my mother raise me from a distance in ways that I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, he was there in my birth, and even though they weren't together, and that's a different story, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my father has always been present, but my mother raised me, but my daddy was there too.
Okay.
We just didn't live together. We just didn't have that 2-parent home, but my daddy helped to raise me, even when I didn't know he did. And I got to respect that.
Exactly. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Now, what type of person would you consider yourself to be, Janelle? I mean, are you this happy, lucky go person? Are you this mean ass chick from the streets or what? Let everybody know.
I am so not from the streets. I ain't never been from the streets. Never. I am I'm loving, but people look at my demeanor and they prejudge me, and that's fine. I have always been the type when I was in BV, when I was a kid, like preschool, like I remember preschool. I remember kindergarten. I remember Miss Weathersby, our principal, Henry Dorr. I remember what was the lady that had the long hair? Miss Collins, was her name Miss Collins or whatever. She was the black lady. She had the long hair, whatever. She had that ponytail, whatever. I remember all of that. Miss Molesky, 7th grade, Henry Dorr, like, and I was like, kind of popular, whatever. And my BV people, like, I had we didn't care about that. Like, remember the boy that used to, and I hang with him all the time, and forgive me for not being able to call your name, I got PTSD and shit. But Edric or Eric, the one that used to do the flips and shit off the spider, all of that. And he be like, now he do a ghetto kitchen, all of that. Y'all know him, little boy.
Yeah, I know who she's talking about.
He's still short, but that's my baby. And he could do a black backflip, back handoffs, and he could do all of that stuff. He would do it off a building. And that's my boy, Ghetto Kitchen. He light skinned, whatever. Shout out to him. There was none of that. We were all family. You know what I mean? And it was like Deidre, it was Chanel, it was, all of us, we were family.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just what we were. We would walk home together. We would do, all of these things, and then families were merged. So no, I am not a street person. I've never been that. I'm a nerd like a motherfucker. Okay, don't get it twisted.
And do you think that's what people prejudge you as, a street person, when they look at you?
They see these big shoulders. They see my demeanor, and they think that I'm mean. Okay, I'm not. What I am is I'm not friendly, but I am. Okay. Before I started learning about energy and protecting my peace and those things, I am just quiet. I'm observant. I will want to be in a crowd, but I will be in the corner. I might want to go to the party, but I ain't in the party. Okay. That's who I am. And it took me to when I got to middle school or whatever, that's when I had to like kind of break out of my shell and, this and that. And, I've been in Vassar for 2 years and talking proper. And then I go to this mixed school of Mexicans and whites and blacks and whatever. When I came, I didn't curse. I talked proper because I just came from Vassar, Tuscola County, whatever. And so I didn't curse when I went to this school. I hadn't been around other black people since 3rd grade, but my cousins have only been in Vassar. So when I come out to Vassar, they think I'm a city girl. Like
Exactly.
my perm is slapping. I know how to flat iron my hair. I can do my own perm. I can do all my shit. Like, oh, your hair is so healthy. You know what I mean? So they think I'm popping. But when I come back to my roots, they like, oh, nigga, you done gained weight. You done got big. You know what I mean?
They talking shit.
People clowning me. My people clowning me. You know what I mean? But my cousin thinking I'm a city girl.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But then I go to this mixed school, and then it's like, I can't get no play. I done had a boyfriend since preschool. Like,
and how old were you at this time?
You're 3. I had a boyfriend since I was
when you went to the mixed school.
When I went to the mixed school, I was 5th grade. So I was like 8 because, I got put up a grade back in BV. I got my birthday is so late, so I got they wanted to put me in like young 5s, but I was so advanced that they put me in there, but then they did like these like tests and shit, and they was like, no, she can't do there. So they boosted me up. I got put up. So that's why like I'm younger than everybody else in the grade.
Exactly.
But they think I'm a lame. I'm lame as hell. I'm lame as hell. I am. But I'm not lame.
So was you always like this? I'm lame. I'm laid back. That's all I want to do. You were never the turn up queen. I cuss somebody out in a heartbeat.
Never.
Let's go toe to toe.
My mother was that way.
Okay.
My mother, shout out to my mama, Janelle Tyson. They call her Dookie Mama, come from BV. She used to fight for her brothers. They used to Big Duke, whatever, blah, blah, blah. She'll whoop a motherfucker ass in a heartbeat. And I remember motherfuckers used to come at me, and I used to run in the house. And it was one time she said, if you run in this house one more time, I'm going to whoop your ass myself. And I'm like, I ain't never fought. I ain't never been in no fight. Nothing. Like you fight your cousins or whatever. They bully you and stuff like that. And you don't want to, do anything because you really don't want to use your real strength with your cousins because you love them. You let them beat you. You don't know. You would never really throw a punch. Well, me personally, I would never really throw a real punch. I'll wrestle with you. I would never throw a punch at my family. Never.
Look, Mama P said Duke would kick butt.
You hear me? But my mama was like, running this house one more. I remember that day I ran in my grandmother's house and I was like, she want to beat me up. She's so big. And she said, I don't care if you lose. If you run your ass in this front door, 139 North Andy Street, Vassar, Michigan. Shout out Louise Dirty. And I ran in there. We was getting the whatever holiday dinner. And I ran in there crying. Tanisa, don't worry about it. Tanisa Murphy, that's my dog. I love her to death. Don't worry about it. But at that time, I was scared. You know what I mean? And she said, if her and our mothers are best friends. My mother and her mother were best friends. But we're young. My mother said, I don't give a damn if you lose, but you better stand out there and fight.
Wow.
Period. Hey, I didn't have to fight Tanisha. I fought somebody else. It was my cousin, and I got my ass whooped. Okay, but
you
hey,
at least you
but I
understood the
stood out
assignment.
there. I stood out there, and guess what? I had to go back to Bridgeport with a black eye and shit. And then my home was, you should have bobbed, and you should have weaved, and you should have ducked, and whatever. But guess what? I stood and fought.
Exactly.
Period. But I don't. That's not me. That's not who I am. Those I can count the fights that I've been in on one hand. That's not who I am. That's not who I've ever been.
Exactly. Why do you think people?
I'm not a violent person. I've never been a violent person.
Why do you think people look at you that way?
Because
is it something you doing wrong, or is it just them?
No, it's just people stereotype people. You see, like I work out. You see an assertive black woman, but then you see these broad shoulders, and you automatically think that they're mean. Mm-hmm. I had been in school with the same people since 5th grade at Bridgeport. And by the time we got to high school, our junior year, and we're, getting ready for college, we're all in these AP classes. And I am the only black person in my class. Like, I'm taking AP classes. I'm in physics. I'm in calculus. I'm a freshman in calc. I'm a freshman in physics.
You're very smart.
And then we get to senior year, and we're like in AP English. And then people are like, oh, man, like, I thought you was mean, man. You are so cool. And I'm like, hey, I'm just me. I've never been mean, but I'm just quiet because I don't know y'all. Y'all don't know me, but don't come for me. I'm just going to be quiet. I'm going to do my work, and I'm going to get the hell on. I ain't going to bother y'all. Y'all ain't going to bother me. But once you get to know me, I'll be your best fucking friend to the end. I'm loyal as hell, but I already know people stereotype me. But get to know me. I'm not. But I ain't finna fight unless I have to. Unless I have to. Period. You can hit me and I won't hit you back. You can hit me and I won't hit you back. But there are certain things that you do to a person that they know, like, there are certain things that you do that a person can't walk away from.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, the one time I got in a real fight, that girl followed me home with an umbrella. she was worried about some boy that was her boyfriend. I know you like it. Girl, I don't like him. That's my friend. You my friend too. They older than me. I'm just happy to hang around with the 8th graders. We, whatever. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But now you mad because you think I like your boyfriend. Girl, I don't like your boyfriend. You my friend. Exactly. But clearly your boyfriend like me.
So that's how if you did have a lot of fights, that's how a lot of them would occur because of stuff like that. Wow.
That's how a lot of animosity happens still to this day. I don't have any problems with anybody, but my best friends are guys, and my homegirls my best friends because I see the male point of view.
Okay.
I support the fellas. I support the fellas. I do. I support y'all. Don't get me wrong. I support my boys, but I see my women, I see my sisters, but I see my homeboys. I see their point of view and them crying out because my best friends are men. My grandfather gave me the jewels. My daddy gave me the game. Okay. Mm-hmm. So while you doing all of this stuff and blah, 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 like my mama, she might not have been out there shaking her ass and doing whatever, but guess what? at the end of the day, she was the chosen one.
Yeah.
So now y'all mad and you want to fight me, but girl, I don't even want your man. But let me help you. I can help.
Exactly.
You mad at me for no reason. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, and we see that a lot. We see that a lot. And you all know we see that a lot. But Janelle, what we finna do right now, we finna go into another commercial right quick.
How much time I got?
Girl, we rolling. We rolling.
How
We
many
good
seconds?
on time. We good on time.
How long is the commercial? The commercial.
That's what you mean. We're gonna do 2 commercials. Because when we come back, so you got about, I'll say about
90
4
seconds.
minutes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Y'all keep tuning in, y'all keep tuning in.
Yeah, they gonna keep tuning in. Because we gotta get to the story. We gotta get to the good.
We do.
So when we come back, that's what we're gonna go ahead and get into. Okay? That's what we're gonna get into. So shout out to Main Event. Let's celebrate. And here we go.
I got old heads crashing out. I got young niggas crashing out, man. These young niggas, it's the blind following the blind, man. 12 gonna do their job every time. Fuck them. Fuck 12. They don't give a fuck about us. We don't give a fuck about them. When niggas touch down, it's a celebration, man. We gonna open niggas' eyes and we gonna show niggas it's a better way and it's another way. We don't need nobody but ourselves. 10 toes down. Word.
Let's celebrate for the ones who going through it and they feel like they can't make it out the storm. Let's celebrate. Let's have a toast for the homies down the road and for the ones who dead and gone. Let's celebrate to the fact we finally made it, even though we had a couple niggas hating. Let's celebrate, even if we ain't got a reason, shit, just celebrate. Feels good, we finally made it out. Having these dreams about 16s all on my granny couch. A couple mics in a pop filter at my mammy house. I could've had the hoe, but I'm trying to see what these Grammys about. Had to get back to them later. Cause getting pussy never mixed with getting paper. And as a youngin', you don't know if they love or hate you. I'm just trying to be a staple in this bit. Leave my mark when I'm in charge, like jumper cables in this bit. Let's get it started. I'm from the south side, Cali Park, we spell it with an F. Never waiting on the next when we can do that shit ourselves. Slap boxing, barbecues, and fucking shootouts. Gotta always keep your head on the swivel and shit when you out. I wasn't supposed to make it. I was supposed to be another damn statistic. Now I got them asking questions like, how the fuck this nigga winning? How he overcome that pain? How the fuck this nigga granted? It's only cause I spoke that shit into existence. So on that note, shit, let's celebrate. For the ones who going through it and they feel like they can't make it out the storm. Let's celebrate. Let's have a toast for the homies down the road and for the ones who dead and gone. Let's celebrate to the fact we finally made it, even though we had a couple niggas hating. Let's celebrate, even if we ain't got a reason, shit, just celebrate. I got a homie coming home next week. Told him I got him. Don't you worry, just stay on your feet. No going back to that hole in the wall. You know that system they designed, they be holding us all. They just want us to fall. Shit, they want us to fail. Don't give a damn if you ain't do it. They wantin' the bail. Box you in and get the flex and just want you to tell. Don't give a damn, so why should we? Got us breaking all these rules just to be free. A couple homies just be cancers, they cancel, so clap for 'em. Got some partners on some poetry shit, we gon' snap for 'em. A couple niggas always lying, so we throw on some caps for 'em. Couple youngers in the club, so we go through the back for 'em. A little bitch, she love to eat, so we buy all the snacks for 'em. Couple homies who been sober, we throw out the packs for 'em. Strippers trying to get through school, so we throw out some racks for 'em. It's a celebration, let me rap for 'em. And on that note, shit, let's celebrate. For the ones who going through it and they feel like they can't make it out the storm. Let's celebrate. Let's have a toast for the homies down the road and for the ones who dead and gone. Let's celebrate to the fact we finally made it, even though we had a couple niggas hating. Let's celebrate, even if we ain't got a reason, shit, just celebrate.
Oh. Hey, what's going on, girl? Why you looking so sad? Don't look sad like that. What? No! Girl, no. I'm sorry. Girl, you know we gonna be lit. We gonna have a good time at the Mrs. Party. I'm sorry you ain't gonna be able to make it. Yeah, she gonna be sad. But girl, you know you can send the audio record, of you, an audio recording or even a video. Yeah, video, girl. Yeah, you send it to DJ Madhouse 100 at gmail.com. Yeah, DJ Mad. Just listen, okay? Take the time and listen. DJ Madhouse 100 at gmail.com. Yeah. Yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter. You don't have, they ain't gonna show your face. He gonna change it to an audio. Yep, just to an audio. Yeah, girl. We gonna be lit. I can't wait. Oh, that's the main event. Yeah, that's it. I jam him all the time. He gonna be there. Yeah, he gonna be performing. You hear it? Yeah, I think he gonna perform that song too. Yeah, girl. I'll tell you about it. But make sure you send it. Send your audio recording or video. DJ Madhouse 100 at gmail.com. Oh, and make sure you send it by the 26th. Yeah, April 26th, 2022, girl. Yeah. I'm telling you, April 30th, girl, it's going to be something to talk about. But don't worry, I got you. I'm going to tell you all about it. All right.
Hi, we are back. We are back in the building, baby. We are back. Now, let's go ahead and get started, Janelle. You know, which is what we're here today for. So we're going to go ahead and dive right on in it. And let's start with once you graduated from high school. Let's start there.
All right. So I graduated from high school and I immediately knew I wanted to go to Michigan State. I did not even entertain any other schools. I had did a co-op with Dow Chemical for like 2 years. And then the guy that I was working with, he was like, if you want to stay local, go to Delta or SVSU. You know, you can do we'll pay you to stay here. He thought what I was doing. And I was like, no. I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of here. I'm going to Michigan State, period. And so that's what I did. So I went to Michigan State University. I was a math major. And I did that. Whatever. I met some, Lord have mercy. We having technical difficulties.
It's okay.
My laptop is updating, so I'm on my phone. So y'all excuse me. So I'm holding it till we can get
okay.
it. So yeah, I went to Michigan State University. Those Spartan dogs.
Spartan.
And yeah, I was a math major. I was there with the Flintstones, you know what I mean? We lost, we rioted, burnt the couches. I was there for all that. And then the next year, you know, we won, and I was there for that too. I met some amazing friends and the like sisters and family that I hold on dear to, and it's like, so that was 1998 and it's 2022. We're still friends to this day.
Awesome.
And so then that next year, my junior year, my mother, when I graduated, my mother, she went to Mississippi to open up a plant for where she was working for. So she left Michigan, and she had to move down there. And I encouraged her to go. We had some things going on in our lives. She had asked me my sophomore year, And because they had offered her that position to go and open that plant up. And I was like, Mom, I'm in 10th grade. I'm going to my junior year. I'm not leaving, but you can go. Like, literally, you need to go. Like, you need to get your life together. You know what I mean? You've done everything. I'm solid. I encourage you to go, but I'm not going 2 years in. These are my friends. I'm not leaving, but you can go if you want. I can either go stay with granddad. I can go stay with grandma. I can go stay with granny. I'm good. And she was like, "No, I ain't gonna leave you." You know what I mean? So she didn't leave me, and we weathered the storm for 2 more years. She bought a house in the Bridgeport. We left Southfield, and everybody knows Southfield, the little townhouses. She bought a house in the gardens, and that was our space. And we lived there. And then my senior year, she was like, they offered it to her again to go set that up. And I said, Mom, I'm leaving. I'm not staying here. I'm going away to college. I'm going to Michigan State. Grandma here, granddad here, my people here. Go get your life together. You ain't got to worry about me. You done raised me. I'm solid. Like, I'm good. Please. We both embarking on a new journey. You ain't got to worry about me, baby. Just go on and get you together so that we can flourish. And she was like, you sure? She was like, you sure? I said, I promise, Mama. I promise. And my open house was, as much as the open house as it was for me, it was also a going away party for her. And we did. And she got her life together. She, it was amazing. You know what I mean? And it was just a blessing. But when she made that move, I had scholarships for my ACTs and the state of Michigan and all of these things, and she was still claiming me. So that my junior year, when she was claiming me, she was a resident of Mississippi. So, but I live in Michigan, so I lost all my scholarships.
Wow.
I lost all my scholarships into my into my junior year at Michigan State. So now they consider me an out-of-state president. You know what I mean? And so, what the hell I'm gonna do? And so that was like kind of like the beginning of me like, God dang, like what I'm going to do. That was the beginning of me trying to figure out or navigate life without it being right there for me. Like that part right there. Like that was the pivotal moment. Like when me and my mother are both like, I've already done what I'm supposed to do. And I want my mother, like, you did your job, but I want you now to go get yourself together, Mama. You done raised me right. I got it. I can handle it. But now I want you to go leave this city. Go get yourself together.
Exactly.
Because I don't want you to be influenced by this city. I'm gonna be all right. Exactly. And when she did that, it kind of put me up. And that was the spiral. That's what led me taking a year off from college, working, trying to sell weed and shit, trying to get my money up to pay my tuition. Like fucking, I'm just trying to get my money up to pay my tuition, whatever. Like, I don't even smoke weed, but I'm like trying to do everything. Like, that was the first introduction that I was introduced to the streets, because I was trying to pay my tuition.
Wow.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do, cuz. I didn't know what to do. I remember having a little bit of money, and like one of my people was like, they was already in the game, and I was like, I got some little money, and then they was like, you bring me this, I do this, blah blah blah. Ooh, but I had a job. I had bought a quarter, a quarter pound of weed. But I was like, if you sell this, just bring me back the money. But you was bringing me the money back in like 10s and 20s. I'm spending that at the goddamn 7-Eleven getting a Slurpee. I was like, just bring me my money all at one time. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
So when did you decide to get into the military?
So after that, so I had gave this boy like $250 to sell some weed for me because I'm like, I need to get my tuition, and he got a charge, like couldn't do it, whatever. So then I remember me and my grandfather, I rest his soul, Janelle Tyson. Me and him got into an argument, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to the military." And I got on the computer. Remember AOL dial-up?
Wow, I remember that.
AOL dial-up. But they had been trying to get me since my senior year. And I was like, no, forget y'all. I'm going to Michigan State. And then me and my granddad got into an argument, and that was my heart. My granddad was my heart. And when we got into that argument, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to the military. Wow. And I was with this boy, and then it was like, he wasn't nothing, but he was fun. But I never wanted to get stuck in Saginaw, Michigan, because I knew my potential. I knew my worth. And it was like I had just recently kind of lost my virginity. Like I was 8. I was a virgin until I was in college. And so when that happened, I was like, I don't want to be stuck here. Everybody's rooting for me. Everybody's counting on me. Like, I don't want to be stuck in Saginaw, Michigan. Like, I'm the top 14 in my class. I'm National Honor Society. Like, I'm Michigan State, whatever. Like, I can't be stuck. And when I had that scare and me and Granddad got into that argument, I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to join the Army. And that's what I did. And I joined the Army.
Wow. Now, how long was you in the Army?
I was there. I was enlisted 4 years, like 4 years, 2 months, because 9/11 happened. So I was only supposed to be enlisted 3 years, but when 9/11 happened, I went to my whatever, and then when I was like looking to change my job and whatnot. And the day that I had took my test, what I needed to do to change my jobs, and then the day before, I'll never forget, it was December 20th, 2003, and they did stop, loss, stop movement. And so even though I had took my test and passed for what I needed to do to go and change my job, the military pulled a stop, loss, stop movement on December 20th or December 21st, 2003. And so what that means is that you can stay in the military, but you cannot change your job. You got to stay in, and then you're going to get extended, or you can get out. And I said, I will not continue in the military through this extension, continuing doing this job. So I wanted to get out. I wanted to get out. But that was before why we here today. Like, I had made that decision. That was December 20th. But what we talking about, what we going into, that happened later. You know what I mean? Okay. I had made, but the military on December 20th or December 24th, they pulled a stop, loss, stop movement on when Operation Iraqi Freedom took place. Mm-hmm. And that was December 20th, and it was stop, loss. You can re-enlist, but you have to do your same job. You can't do no other job. And I was not willing to re-enlist for 3 or 4 more years doing my same job, because that wasn't the original job for me at all in the first place.
Okay. So you had already had your mind made up that you was gonna be up out of there?
No. I had already made my mind up that I was staying.
Oh, that you was gonna stay there.
I wanted to make a career out of military.
Okay.
That's why I'm crazy now. like yo,
So how long did you plan on staying there?
I never wanted to get out of the military. I loved it. I never wanted to get out.
Okay.
I never wanted to get out.
Okay.
Like I would be retired right now. My 20 years would be last year. I never wanted to get out.
Oh, last year you would have retired.
Yep.
And you ended up doing 4 years.
Yep. They stole that shit from me. They stole it.
Okay. Now you ended up meeting someone.
I did.
And did you meet him in the military?
I did.
So he was in the military too?
He was.
Okay. And how long were the two of you married?
So I met, I did my basic training and then passed. And then once I went to my specialization training, which was in Fort Lee, Virginia, I met this gentleman. We were finishing PT and going to breakfast, and he was there. His barracks was next to me. He was like in Papa Company. He was a 92 Yankee. And I was a 92 Golf, which is a cook. So he was a fly and I was a cook. And I met him. It was probably like 2 weeks before 9/11.
Okay.
And we met, whatever. To me, I felt like it was like love at first sight. I remember telling my battle buddy, shout out to Erica Moy, whatever. I remember saying, that's him. That's my future husband. I'm going to marry him. And she was like, "Shut your ass up, battle. Like, go on, get out of here. Get, whatever." And he was like, "I just want to tell you, you have the prettiest eyes that I've ever seen." And my battle was like, "Boy, get your butt out of here. You could have came with my battle with a better line than that." We laughed. But hey, he was in trouble because he was on KP. Shout out to the military. If you know about KP, he was in trouble. He had KP do it. So he said that to me going through the line after PT. And then when we got up to, to give our little card, he handed me my tray and I went on and I just couldn't stop talking about it. And whatever. And then I didn't see him no more. We ate and, I lost, I didn't have eyes on him any further. But then seeing him, a few days later, and we exchanged and we was trying to meet up. And then 9/11 happened.
Wow.
Yep. But he was in the same company that it was 3 of us. It was a girl named Spells. It was a girl named Moy. And it was me. And we would pass notes and shit, whatever. And but then we went our separate ways. But we had each other's addresses at home.
And y'all end up reconnecting again.
Yep, we did. Yep.
Okay. And then you guys got married. You met each other again. You got married. And how long after you got married that you had your daughter?
So he went to Ohio. He's originally from Ohio, and I'm in Michigan. So come to find out, we just, by the universe, we are stationed at the same duty station, Fort Hood, Texas.
In Texas.
Yep. So he got there before me. You got to sign in. So he signed in before me. I wrote him letters. He never responded. And I'm like, well, fuck it. He don't like me, whatever. So I come back to Saginaw. I'm a month. I turned 21. I turned out with my mama. We went to the Elks and, you know what I mean? I'm doing my thing with the family. Because I know I only got 30 days, and then I got to go to Texas.
Okay.
And so by the time I got to Texas, my one friend from AIT in Virginia, she was like, Stroh's been looking for you. He been looking at your name. You signed in 3 days ago. And you signed in 3 days ago. He ain't showered, he ain't left, but he on the way back. We been looking for you. And I was like, okay, I'm here. Let me take a shower. You know, I done had a rough day, whatever. And so I showered, whatever. And from that moment on, we was inseparable. So that was, I got there October 17th. And we was live and in charge the whole time.
And at this time, you was 21?
I had just turned, my birthday October 22nd. And we made it official October 27th, you know, whatever. And he was there. He had on a Reggie Miller jersey, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I'm with you. And I said, boy, I'm gonna marry you. You my husband. God.
And that's what y'all did.
And that's what we did. We got married. We was together the whole time. We got married. Our anniversary of dating is October 27th. Our wedding anniversary is October 17th. So a year later, 2001 is our dating anniversary. 2002 is our wedding anniversary, and our daughter was born 2003.
2003. The princess was born. Now, did he have any other kids?
Nope.
Okay, so this was y'all family.
Yep.
Just the three of y'all.
Yep.
And then what occurred? Because your daughter, she was only how old when you got incarcerated?
You ain't even lead up that I had been incarcerated.
What? It's 10:30.
Right, so yes. 10:30. So what happened? So what happened was, yes. So
no, I don't want you to rush. You don't have to rush, cuz.
No. So living our life, you know, we was in the military, whatever, and we had built a family in the military. My husband had went to Iraq, and when we first met that first time in October, and we reunited before we got married, it was he left on Thanksgiving and he went to Iraq. And then when he came back, he was different. And there was a lot of different things. But I'm going through that. I got pregnant in August. And then my daughter was born in September. And what happened was, you know, going through life and all of our military family or whatever. And, you know, we were a family. We were like America's greatest couple, like Michelle and Barack before there was a Michelle and Barack. Mm-hmm. But he had some damage. He had a lot of damage. He had a lot of damage that I knew he did, and I was ready to navigate that. But he didn't know how to navigate that. So fast forward, we hanging out, you know, whatever. He out the military, you know, and I'm still in. I want to stay in forever. He want to get out because of what he went through in Iraq. He didn't want to stay. I'ma stay. I'm gonna do our family. You know, whatever. And outside influences infiltrated our family. And he didn't know how to navigate those things. Like, you know where your home lies, but you want to be cool with your friends. And guess what? I understand that. I'm gonna let you, because guess what? We 20 and 21. I'm 21, you 20. I get it. But still, don't write a check your ass in cash. Because at the end of the day, this is what you prayed for. Don't get me wrong. We're a man and you are a young man, and y'all have to wear some pants that you really can't fit. But I recognize that. I'm the woman that recognizes that. But give me my respect, okay? And hold me down. So when the shit happened, when everything happened, it was with his circle that got me in trouble. It was not with mine. It was his people that got me caught up. Me trying to make him feel comfortable in whatever it was. Because I stay my ass in the house. Period. I don't like new people. When you get through, I'll be right here. When you're done, I'll be right here. But don't bring the motherfuckers over here. You go over their house. And come over here. But he couldn't navigate being the cool person. And then the family, it was just, whatever, but that goes back to that damage. But I understand. 12 years later, I still understand.
Because me and you had this conversation before.
Yep.
And the same thing you're saying now is the same thing you told me when it was just me and you. That you understand. You didn't bash him. You didn't talk bad about him. None of that. You said, I understand.
I understand.
And there's so many women out there, Janelle, that feel like they can fix a man.
Nope. Because I had my demons. I had my issues. He had mama issues, daddy issues. We both came from broken families. We wanted our own family. And that man was like, hey, you're the only person that ever was able to give me a child. Like, so that meant something to him. And I understood that. But guess what? While knowing this, you are still trying to pump fake for the masses. And the same niggas you trying to pump fake for, they swooping up behind you saying, that nigga don't love you. You should be me. He don't even. Bro, no. You know what I mean? So while you trying to be, big meat for these boys, bro, they trying to get your main thing. But I'm telling you this because guess what? We young. We have to grow together. And we're going to make some mistakes because guess what? I was raised right. Everybody in a relationship, when we see our aunties and our grandparents and they've been together 50 and 60 years, you think they ain't make mistakes?
Exactly. They made plenty mistakes. Plenty.
You have to understand. You have to be willing to go through the test of time.
You can say that again.
But guess what? I'm done with all that.
Yep.
I did my job. You wasn't. You was still trying to pump fake, but guess what? Now you crying. Guess what? Now I am healing. But guess what? I want you to heal as well. Because the reason why you lost me, it ain't because you cheated. It's because when I was in the pits, when them people slammed the doors on my life and said, you should have knew better, you wasn't there for me. You wasn't there for me. When that lady said, and I'll never forget it, she said, conduct unbecoming of a United States soldier. You should have known better. I never forget it. I dream about it. When that bitch said, I sentenced you to 6 years in Texas Department of Criminal Justice and didn't say probation, my whole life flashed before my eyes.
Wow.
That's what we're here to talk about.
Wow.
Did
you expect that?
I did not.
You didn't expect no jail time at all?
I did in the beginning, But then all them jail lawyers was like, oh, you won't do no time. You ain't never been in no trouble. You've been in the army. Like, and let's just reel it in. So why I'm here today is because what it says is that Janelle Tyson was incarcerated for 5 years because I lost my temper. And this person that I lost my temper on was in my circle. The man that we're talking about, they were best friends. He called her my bitch sissy. She babysat my daughter, but then she came at me like with a crush, and it was very disrespectful. But I let it go. I let it go a million times. And that night, I was on the way to pick my husband up from work, and she had been involved with someone in his circle, while someone in my squad, like in my unit, they had a relationship. They were living together, but my battle went home on leave, and she had cheated, but this girl was cheating with my neighbor, who was my husband's big sister, and the lines had gotten skewed. Okay, but I kept my ass in the house. And on the one night that I did not wait for him to get home, my whole life changed. All I know is like, hey, come ride with me to get him from work. And the next thing I knew, I was telling the other girl, the neighbor.
Oh, you asked her to ride with you?
Like, because she had went out to their house. Like, my battle had just came home from the DMV. She had just came from DC. And then it all came out. And so the neighbor was my neighbor, and her and my ex-husband was cool, but then her and the girl who my crime was committed against, they were cool. But then them two started creeping, and I'm like, I don't want to be involved. Like, I keep my black ass in the house. Like, if my man don't move, I don't move. If you at work, I'll wait till you get home. But this one night, I left. But let's also say, I had just gotten all my desert issue because we was finna leave for Iraq. Like, I was about to go overseas. We were supposed to go in March. My daughter was 5 months old. How do you leave your baby at 5 months old when you know your husband, you gotta be a mama and a fucking wife?
Up, y'all. She went away. Maybe her battery went dead. So I'm sure she's gonna come back up, okay? Look, Julie said yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sure she's gonna come back up. She probably gotta switch to something else. So what we're going to do is, until she comes back. Oh, there she is. We ain't finna do nothing but listen. Here she go.
Yeah.
Hey, boo.
Yes. Yeah. You know what I mean? So how do you go overseas when I went to California and you couldn't even pay the cable bill? Like, so how do I leave my newborn baby? So I told my E7, I said, sorry, I can't. What y'all gonna do? Like, our unit ate up. He ate up. They done put the mama on us. She ate up, but I love her to death. Don't get me wrong, because she held me down. You know what I mean? But guess what? I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and I gotta be his mother and his wife. That nigga didn't know how to make Kool-Aid when I met him. Guess what? I'm a teacher, because we in this together. So fast forward, you know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is. And I did it. I did it. And now I'm home. I'm home. But I never expected. I never expected it. But I understand that too. But I also know that, guess what? I had never gotten a speeding ticket in my life. I have never been in no fights, only like one, and it's only been with family. Like I've never been nothing. I got all A's. I'm from fucking Bridgeport. Like I've never done shit. I ain't been around no drugs. I didn't do drugs. I don't smoke weed. I'm on the honor roll. I'm National Honor Society. Like I fucks with the white people all up and through Bridgeport. Like I'm the only black person in the crowd. But guess what? None of that shit matters. None of it matters because guess what? I am a threat. I am a threat. I'm a threat because that fucking judge looked at me and she didn't show no mercy because she saw me as a threat. Because she said, we gotta take this strong black motherfucking threat down and humble her. And that's what it was to me. And I received it. I received it.
So what happened on that night?
So we went out there. We went to go pick him up from work. And the girl, my neighbor, and this girl who my crime was committed against, she and I, we worked in the same defect. We were in different units, but we worked together in the Army. We were coworkers for different units. She had gotten out on the medical for her back, but we remained friends. We hung together, we partied together, we ate together, we broke bread together. And when my battle came back from the DMV, it all came out. So the girl, my neighbor, that was from Texas, and that was my ex-husband's, big sis, they played basketball, whatever. They were, for the prior relationship or whatever. So that girl, my neighbor, went out to their place. And the girl, what had happened, the girl who my crime was against, we'll call her police. We'll call her Jane. So she went out to Jamie's house and it was a big fight. Okay. So when let's call her when Bubba came back home to the apartment complex, she was like, I just got in a fight with both of them. I went out there, like, you ain't gonna come outside. Like, we've been together, we've been kicking it for 2 months, and now that such and such back, you ain't gonna come outside. Okay, that's none of my business, whatever. And I'm like, so she telling me the story. We at the party, next door in the apartment complex. And I'm like, okay, yeah, well, come ride with me to go pick up dude, let's go pick him up from work. He about to get off work. And she was like, okay. I knew I had been drinking. And I was like, come ride with me to come pick him up from work. And she was like, okay, keep telling me. Cause next thing I know, we at my dude's work. But the chick that she been, whatever I name her, what I her name, Jamie, she is behind me in the car. So I don't know if they said come up here and we finna go pick up Jason from work. But by the time we got to his job, it's only 2 miles from where we live to pick him up. By the time we got to his work, she was behind me in the car. And I remember saying, y'all need to keep y'all shit straight. Y'all need to keep y'all shit straight. Like, no, y'all ain't gonna be doing this. Like, I love both of y'all, but guess what? My battle is my battle. Y'all need to keep y'all shit straight. And this bitch, she was like, fuck you, whatever. And I was like, no, like it's a respect thing. And all I remember is me throwing the fucking car and park. It was still driving. I didn't even hit the brake. I threw the car and parked and jumped out. And I was like, no, sis, you need to keep your shit straight. Like, you wrong. Like, I love both of y'all. And she was like, no, fuck that. But what made me snap And she said, you just mad because, and I don't say the P word, but she was like, you just mad because you want this P word and y'all can, y'all know what it is and you can't have it.
And this was the girl that was in the car with you?
The girl that my crime was committed against, yes.
She was in the car with you.
She was in the car, and that's what I said. But she was arguing with, my neighbor, but she was my battle's girl, and they was creeping, and when I came to, I was like, you need to keep your shit straight. Like, I don't know how she got in the car or whatever, but she was behind me. I was driving, she was behind me, and then my neighbor, who she was creeping with, was in the car. But when she said, you just mad because you want this P and you can't have it, it sent me to a whole nother level. Because number one, that's not the first time she came on to me. She did it in my home when we were all together, when my daughter's dad was there. Oh, Tyson sexy. I would do her. This is not that type of party. Like, and what I told her, I said, we're at my husband's job. Like, you've been coming on to me multiple times. Like, you're his big sissy. And it made me snap because I let you get a pass for 1,000,000 times. But when she said that shit to me, I swung on her. I swung on her. I did. I sure did, because I felt so disrespected. Because I loved her. She is my friend. I feel bad. Don't get me wrong. I feel bad. She didn't deserve it. But guess what? I don't bother nobody now. I didn't bother nobody then. But guess what? Libra the scales, and we unbalanced. And guess what? You can keep pushing and poking and prodding. I'm a new mother. I'm trying to navigate this marriage, this motherhood, I got other outside issues. I'm in the military. I'm trying to do this shit. I'm trying to build for my family and all of these things. And bitch, you disrespected me. And I ain't fucking with you like that. And you wrong. And you sit in his face and he respect you. And we coming to I said, we at my husband's job, bitch. And I swung on her. I sure did. But guess what? When I swing, ain't no coming back. Because I don't swing. But when I swung, it was over. And I blacked out. And I hate it. Because that shit ruined my life. I hate it. I blacked out. And Lisa was like, no, we at this boy's job. She broke us up. And that was like, that's fine. I said, y'all can walk back. And Lisa left me and went with her. That's cool. That's your bitch. You walk back. I pulled up to get him from work. And it seemed like the time just kept ticking. Like I still, to this day, can't figure out the time span. But guess what? When somebody say, I heard a voice, I was waiting. I knocked and said, y'all need to tell him to come on right now. But I swear to God and whoever listening, don't judge me. But I swear to God, my mama and my grandmama and whoever, everybody that know me, I heard a voice that said, I should run this bitch over. And I said, yep, I should. I should run this bitch over. And I ran that hoe over.
And that's how it happened. Yep. So she was walking away.
She was in the field. Yeah. And I ain't hit her the first time. I ain't that the first time. They said like we was in the court. They was like she missed her once, and then she came back, and then she came back again, and woo, and then she. But then the next time she got her. But guess what? God was on your side and on mine too. Because guess what? You didn't have no broken bones. You wasn't maimed. You don't have no discoloration, no scars or nothing. So guess what? God was on both of our sides. Because guess what? I could still be locked up for life right now. But I'm not. And when that shit happened and I came home, I told my daughter's dad, my ex-husband, I said, you know what? I said, this had to happen. You know why? Because God needed to get my attention because I know right from wrong. You didn't know what to do. I am the wife. I am supposed to bring you to. And I wasn't doing right. And God had to sit my ass down because I knew better. So I'm going to go on and take responsibility. But guess what? I wasn't living right. I wasn't doing right as a wife. And this is his way of sitting my dumb ass down. Cause you ain't know. You wasn't raised like I was. I know. So guess what? I ain't even mad. Because I was raised right. I know the word. I know it. But guess what? When you meet a man, if y'all is not equally yoked, whose job is it?
When you say you wasn't doing right as a wife and God had to sit you down, what was you doing wrong as a wife?
I was not leading my husband. I know God. I know God. I have a relationship with him. He did it. So it is the wife's job to bring the man into the covenant if he don't know it. It's our job. It's our job. The woman is the base. The woman is the pillar. Even though the man is the strength. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But guess what? If your man doing drugs, if your this, whatever, and you got a foundation, you gotta keep going to church. You gotta keep reading your Bible. You gotta keep going to goddamn Bible study. And then it's your job to keep doing the things that you know to do. And then he gonna see it and come on board. I was allowing him to do his thing, but I wasn't doing my thing. He was seeing some of those things and he was engaged, but guess what? I was teetering. And I said, it's my fault. This on me. And I took it. Because I know. Since I was 3 years old, I know. So I don't feel no ways tired about what happened to me because I know that God had to sit me down and humble me because guess what? I'm from BV. I'm from Vassar. I'm from Bridgeport. I had all A's, but guess what? I would have never respected being in corporate America, having a 6-figure income, living in a life or whatever, if I didn't have to sit down and struggle. So I appreciate it. I appreciate this shit. I appreciate it. As shame as I felt going through it, I understand.
You understand?
I understand.
A lot of people don't get the chance to understand. But God made it to where you understand.
Man, I got a purpose. And he ain't done with me yet. And I'm thankful because I could have been dead and gone. They could have locked me up and threw away the key. That bitch said 6 years, and I was like, my life is over. But guess what? I kept going. I didn't give up, and he saw fit to give me some more doors to open. And I appreciate the gift and the blessing and the mercy. And I'm so very thankful. So very thankful. And I thank you for giving me your platform because I was so shamed And people tried to use this shit against me. Oh, well, yeah. But you know she been locked up. Yep, I sure have. But guess what? I had to do this to give God the glory, to give the universe the glory, to give the Most High the glory. And I'm thankful for this because now I have power.
Yeah. And that was one of the things that started to turn you away. When we spoke this evening.
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Janelle was like, "You put incarcerated on there." Yeah. He was like, "If it was anybody else, I would have turned around."
I was like, "Whoa, damn, cuz."
I would have been like, "Nope, I ain't doing it." But she said, I gave her that push. You know, she didn't turn around.
People don't know. They just see my job and where I work and my home. But guess what? Y'all don't know that I live with my mother. I didn't have a car. I was on food stamp. My mom was like, go get your disability. Go do this. I don't know how to lie. I don't know how to do any of those things because I'm a nerd as hell. I just made one mistake. And guess what? Anybody, you can have your whole life planned out, but God got a different avenue for you. And guess what? I still have a destiny and a testimony. And guess what? It made me who I am today. And I should not be ashamed. And fuck you if you judge me.
Yeah.
I am somebody and I got out the mud. But guess what? Before this shit happened, everything was a fucking golden spoon, even though I had a single mother and my father is who he is. But that motherfucker is a fucking king in his own right.
Girl, you better hold on. That's for you, Uncle Larry. Uncle Larry, that's for you. Let's bring that back one more time, Uncle Larry.
My father is a king in his own right. And guess what? He might not have the same story that you got, but guess what? Respect. And guess what? I am who I am. And them two people that made me, they clashed like a motherfucker. But guess what? They made me. And I might not have the Coke bottle shape and the this and that or whatever, but I bet you your man like it. And your bitch too.
But you know what, Janelle, though, seriously, though, you came out and accomplished so much. When I tell you I'm so proud of you, you are doing your thing. You have bought your own house. You are in your second house.
I'll leave this house tomorrow.
That you own. I mean, you got a great job. You have a job that people is trying so hard to get. I mean, you are doing your thing. So
I just love my family and my dog, man. I just love my family and my dog. I ain't even care. I don't even care about this house because I bought this house for my mama, my grandma, my baby, my daughter, my girl. I didn't even want this house. I bought this for them. I bought it for them. I don't need it. I bought it for them. Don't look at this house and think I got it because y'all can have it. This ain't what it is.
But it's an accomplishment.
It is.
Janelle. It is. Do you know how many people just went and spent 30 days in jail, a year in prison, and then came home and still trying to figure it out? Still don't have a place to live.
My brother be like, I know somebody. Oh, Mr. Jones, you don't know what it's like. I can't make it. He be like, no, you full of shit. Cause I know somebody that came out and is getting it out the mud. So don't tell me that. Shout out to my brother. Lunch, y'all, lunch.
Hey, Donnell.
Larry Donnell.
And shout out to all your siblings. You know, Julie, Sylvia,
Big
Julie, Big
D, dead. BV in the house.
BV
Derek,
stand
man,
up,
shout out
baby.
to my brother. I love you, Derek, so much. That was the first one. Hey, I love my big brother, Janelle, Julie. That's my baby. I love you, Sylvia. You my baby sister. Hey, I love you too. I never leave you, baby. You my heart. Hey, we
She love all y'all.
Larry Jones kids, we in here. But Vanessa
they are in the building, baby. They are here celebrating you. They are here loving on you, supporting you. I told you in the beginning, you're going to be very comfortable tonight. You're going to get this out. We ain't got to talk about it no more if you want to. But now, if some more people call you now after watching PTT Time and they say they want you to come share their story, you better go share their story because that's what we do over here.
Hey, this in Atlanta. I ain't even sharing in second one because I was like, no, don't call my phone. I got anxiety, PTSD and shit. I'm bipolar. I couldn't do it. Guess what? I gave it to you first because you my baby family to our eyes and shit.
Yeah, and Veronica won that lunch for tomorrow, baby. So Veronica be checking out for your little cash app tonight, boo. Now, we are getting ready to come to the end of the show, but we got something a little special.
We do.
Going zones before we get into our motivation. Do you want to get into the motivation first? Let's get into the motivation first.
Do that.
Okay. We're going to get into the motivation first, y'all. You do not want to miss what's coming up next.
Yeah,
that's all. When I tell you, you don't want to miss what's coming up next, we have a very, very, very big surprise. Okay, this is a surprise that has never happened on PGT Time. So when I tell y'all, you don't want to miss this, you don't want to miss it. So we are about to go into our motivation. When we come back from our motivation, we are going to get into this big surprise. Okay? It's a big surprise. And here go our motivation.
When I look at people, I always ask the question. I say, man, tell me what Nike stands for. They said, oh, Inc., that's easy. Just do it. I said, tell me what Adidas stands for. Oh, Inc., that's easy, man. Impossible is nothing. I said, now tell me what you stand for. When people look at you, do they think excuses? When people look at you, do they think victory? When people look at you, do they think that's a person that's going to give me everything they got, not on some days, but on every day, and it's not going to be predicated upon if I feel like it, because I think we all know if we only worked on the days when we felt like it, none of us would get much accomplished. I'm talking about the real level of commitment, not the commitment that falls in line if everything goes right. I'm speaking of the commitment that says, I am going to stay true to what I said I would do long after the mood that I've set it in has left.
See, most people, ladies and gentlemen, are stoppable. Most people, all you have to do is tell them no. All you have to do is make it inconvenient for them. All you have to do is make it difficult for them, and they'll stop. See, when you go to get your goal, don't think that all you have to do is think positive and everything's going to work out okie dokie for you. When you go to get your goal, you are sending a telegram to Murphy's Law to visit you personally.
You thought you was just going to have a dream and a goal, and you were just going to wake up and just walk into the sunset. You're like, dream, boom. It don't work like that. You have a dream, and then life punks you. Life punks you and say, do you really want this? You're going to lose friends. Do you really want this? Do you really want this? Cousins going to abandon you. People that you used to be like this with don't think you bougie, don't want to deal with you. It's a part of it, but I paid too much. If I was going to quit, I would have quit in the abandoned building when I wanted to commit suicide and take my life. I should have quit when I heard my voice say, your mama don't want you, your daddy don't want you, take your life. I got through that, so why I'm going to quit over an app on a grave? Come on. And so I'm telling y'all, you have come too far to quit now. You have invested too much to quit now. You have lost too much to quit now. Don't cry about it. Don't whine about it. Get a reward for your pain. And so by being committed to everything that I started, I finished it. It built a certain type of spirit. It built a certain type of mentality. It built a certain type of individual. And so now I couldn't quit even if I wanted to. I couldn't stop even if I wanted to. I had too much sweat equity in my life and everything that I was doing. You're too close to quit now.
You got to take another lap. You got to take another lap because you never know. This might be the one. You can't stop because you're tired. You can't stop because you got your feelings hurt. You got to take another lap. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. You're going to make it. You're going to do it. You got an unstoppable fire. Come on, take another lap. Don't you stop. Don't stop walking.
Like shock.
Hold on, Jessica. I'm sorry. Tanya, don't play with me. Don't play with me, okay? I do my shit very thoroughly. I know it's in there. I know you can see it. Now, your best bet is not to even come back up here, Tanya, because my real upsetness is with you as a woman, okay? So don't play with me and tell me you can't get up here. I don't see it when I just put it out there. Don't play with me. Jessica, proceed. Go ahead, boo.
So where was I at?
I don't know. Y'all know that's a classic. One of my favorite classics. I literally had someone reach out to me recently, a week ago, and she won a t-shirt. And I mailed the t-shirt to her with a special gift that was for BG. And BG gave me a call because she didn't know how to use Cash App. She don't have a Cash App, she said. So I told her to call me, give me her address, and I was going to send her a shirt. And when she called me, y'all, it almost brought tears to my eyes. That I never knew who she was. I thought I knew who she was, but I did not know who this lady was. She thanked me over and over again for doing the show that I do on my platform. She even, when she was on the phone, she said, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm talking to the missus right now. Oh my gosh. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was done then. I like, oh shoot, I'm semi-famous. So yes, y'all. We have a very, hey, there go BG. BG said, thank you. You're welcome. BG, please let me know when you receive the t-shirt. Please let me know. Y'all, we have a very, 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 very special surprise tonight. Okay? Janelle has a huge surprise. And I'm so thankful and honored that. What's up, Jason? Jason said he in the building, baby. What up, though? Jason, you might want to watch this, Jason. My cousin finna do her thing, baby. She finna do her thing. So, y'all, when I tell y'all, I'm so honored once again for her to choose my platform to do what she finna do. And there was so many things that she could have said tonight, but we had to leave it just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We had to leave it just a little bit. So we finna bring her up right now, bring her back, and I have something very, very special for her. Hey, boo.
Where you standing at?
You gonna have to, okay, something gonna have to turn off. You got two things on. Close one of them out. Okay, we good now. All right, y'all. So, before we do the surprise, okay, I would like for you, Janelle, to bring up the love of your life, baby. Bring up the love of your life right now. Please bring up the love of your life. Janelle is going to show you all the love of her life. I have something very, very special for her. Look at that. Hey, cuz. They both ready for peachy kisses, baby. They both ready for peachy kisses. That's how you do that. You gonna stand over there? Look at it. I'm gonna stand on that side.
This is my good side. Yeah.
That's your good side. Yeah. So I have a surprise for you both. I really, really, really hope you like it. And when we come back, we have a surprise for everybody. It's a surprise for everybody, Janelle.
Poolie, I love you. Poolie, you here?
Poolie, she said, Poolie, she
I
love you. But
Poolie, I love you, bro. I love you.
We had to stick out. He had to stick out this one. He had to stick out this one. We had the things we had to talk about, baby.
I'm gonna have my motorcycle. I love you.
Yes. They are in the building for y'all tonight. They are in the building. Hey, Mary.
Hey. White lightning.
They are in the building. So let's go ahead and get started with my gift to the both of you. And here we go.
I had a habit of acting up, staying out late and getting drunk. I let you down 1,000 times, broken promises. It's like I ran away from you, and my career was my excuse, until I saw you about to drown in your own tears. And as you cried in my arms, you woke up my heart, and I saw again what I found in you. 'Cause her heart won't let me lose her. No matter how I try, I just can't say goodbye and lose her. When all the folks were said and done, see, you were there to welcome me home. I was convicted 'cause your love never wavered. I know you love me more than me, and you vowed to love through anything. I never had the kind of love that was forever. And as you cried in my arms, you woke up my heart, and I saw again what I found in you. 'Cause her heart
won't let me. Wait. Okay, I'm ready. Put it back.
All right. Now go ahead and take it away.
Okay. Baby.
What?
You're my heart. I love you.
I love you too.
I used to stay out late. Staying out late and getting drunk and shit. But you know what? You love me more than me. And you're about to love me through anything.
Mm-hmm.
And you're the only one that could take my crazy. And my mama said, I'm only fucking with Mary. So, even though Anthony Hamilton didn't sing my song, this is my Easter speech. And guess what? For forever and ever and ever and ever and always, you are my heart, and my heart beats for you. And I just want to spend my whole life with you. So I'm just asking you today, would you spend your life with me?
Yeah, of course, even with the line.
Even with the line.
Even with the line. Oh.
This here your new mammy.
She's so stupid.
This here right now, you know. Come on, Hapo.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
The first ever proposal on Peachy Tea Time, baby. Yes, yes. Mary said yes. Mary said yes. Oh, love is in the air. Love is in the air.
Thank you, Cuzzo.
Yes. Yes.
Oh! Hey, and this my
Yes.
shit too. It's been here.
There go her. Her ring popping. She got her ring popping, baby. Yes, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. I thank you so much for trusting me, Janelle, with your story, with your surprise. Mary, I love you. I love you, Janelle. I thank you so, so, so much. And I wish you two nothing but the best. Nothing but the best.
Thank you, Cuzzo.
Is there anything that you both want to say before we close out this show tonight?
She don't want to say nothing. I would like to just say thank you guys. There's so much in so many years. There's not enough time in the world for me to actually tell my story. But if you listen and if you listen later, don't dim your light. And don't be ashamed of your journey, and don't let anyone make you ashamed, because God has a purpose and you are here for a reason. And guess what? It's only the universe and Him and the Most High. We ain't here for other people, okay? So don't let nobody else make you feel less than. You know, your journey is for you. And them people that's talking that mess and then they down you and whatever, that's out of jealousy. But guess what? It might make you feel bad and it might make you feel some type of way. But guess what? Remember, God's got a blessing and them boxes and them doors. He waiting for you to walk to them and for you to open them. But if you worried about these Rudy Poo ass motherfuckers, and that's the fuck you all that, we ain't gonna do that. But if you worried about that, you gonna miss. You gonna miss it. You ain't gotta do all that. They wanna fight you because they ain't you. Period.
Now, Janelle, I have to say this before we end, because my platform, everyone that watches my platform know I discuss crime, all over the United States. We talk about people in prison. We've actually had a prison inmate who's serving life right now on the show. Okay. Janelle, one thing that I got to say before we get off is me and you had a conversation. During that conversation, you told me, you said, now, Janelle don't call me the missus, okay? She don't call me the missus. She called me Tennille. You said, Tennille, I don't care what anybody say about me. They can try to do anything they want to do. I've served my time. I know what it's like. I'm not trying to go back. So they can do whatever. Don't put your hands on me. Don't do none of that bullshit. But as far as all that little extra yee shit that people is dying over right now, you've been there. You've been behind bars. You know what it's like. You said, I'm not going back.
Never.
I'm done with that. They can say what they want to say. What do you say to people out there right now that's listening, that that temper, that feels like, oh, as soon as somebody say something to me, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. What do you say to them folks right now?
I say, like, I watched something, or I commented on something, and I was like, oh, cuz bring that up or whatever. And it was like gun violence or whatever. blah blah blah. And I was like, bring that up, but I can't remember because we've gone too long. But I will say this. Let me tell you something. People that use guns don't know the dynamic of guns, because guess what? Gun violence is about, like, in the hood and in the streets, that's about a motherfucker that can't fight. They trigger happy because they ain't standing on nothing. But guess what? I can build a claymore mine. I threw grenades. I know how to boom, boom, boom. Artillery hit you with a 50 cal and all of that. But guess what? In my day-to-day life, I don't carry guns in my home. And if I am with you and you got a gun on your hip, that gives me anxiety. Why do you need a weapon in your home when you're amongst family? You pump fake, okay? Guess what? What Craig say? You got these. You live to stand another day. Because guess what? I'm crazy than a motherfucker, okay? I don't need to have balls or show that I can go to battle with you. I ain't even trying to do that. Because guess what? I'm going to knock your bitch ass out. So guess what? Don't carry guns unless you're ready to use them, okay? Exactly. But guess what? When you use them, guns are not just guns. It ain't no 9. It ain't no little 25. No, none of that. It is a weapon for destruction. It is for the military. And that's what I did, okay? So guess what? If you ain't ready to use it, don't hold it. And if you ain't ready to die and give your life for it, don't carry it, okay? Take an ass whooping. It's so many people, y'all are scared to fight and you want to pull a gun first. You know why I don't carry no gun? Because I'm crazy as a mother. Crazy. Crazy. So guess what? Put these guns down, y'all. Put them down, y'all little babies. It's not cool. Guess what? Y'all trying to, y'all holding down motherfuckers in the hood that's been gone before y'all was born, thinking that shit is cool. It's not. That shit is not cool. Y'all ain't even never been to juvenile. The white people too. The little white boys too. That shit is not cool. You want to know what's cool? Taking care of your seed. Yeah. When your baby mama acting the goddamn fool, when you doing shit, when she acting the fool and she like, I don't need you. But guess what? To be a man, you ain't doing to show that you a man, you still gonna pay her water bill, because guess what? Your daughter or your son live in that fucking house.
And they need water.
So you ain't gonna take the money from her, but guess what? You gonna call the water department directly and pay the bill. But you ain't gonna put the money in her hand. That's if she get another nigga, you ain't gonna let her floss on your money, but you gonna make sure the bills is paid, because that's what? That's your kids in that household.
Exactly.
Stop flexing, man. Y'all gotta do for your seeds. That's a man. A man has to, as men, y'all know why these women out here acting up? It's because the men are not being leaders. Mm-hmm. These strong black women, they are waiting for our strong black men to be leaders. Period. And when you do that, guess what? They can't take nothing from you. Guess what? You might have a bitch on the side, but guess what? We've been going through that shit. Our granddaddies did it. Our daddies did it. And we can navigate that shit. And you need to know how to shut that shit down when they fighting. You need to say, no, be quiet. You need to know how to stand and be a fucking leader. The man is the leader of the household. And if you are in a fucking dynamic like this, The leader is the leader of the fucking household. But you have to lead. We don't have no leaders. Y'all want to pump fake for y'all friends, but then want to cry when you get home and say, baby, I love you, and woo, woo, woo. But guess what? If you know you got that bitch over there, but guess what grandma didn't do? She didn't go talk to Barbara. Shirley didn't talk to Barbara in real life. Shirley didn't post on Facebook. Girl, sit your ass down and you getting taken care of. Know your position.
All right, y'all. Well, Janelle, I appreciate you so much. Now, you know you can always come back on my platform at any time. You do know that. And we go, well, look, Auntie said, I say that all the time. Men not like the men back in the day.
Damn sure right, TT.
Kids don't have any role models in these days for them to look up to. Lakeisha said, take initiative with the right weapon, the mind, fellas.
Yeah.
Men and Fred said, appreciate you, Janelle. I appreciate
you. Hey, that's my friend. Hey, he reached out before. Hey, we gonna link up, bro. We gonna link up, Fred Jr. Link up.
She said, y'all gonna link up.
We gonna
do my
link
cousin
up.
right. Do my cousin right. Do my cousin
right. Hey, I got nothing. I just thought we friends.
Yeah.
I mean, we just friends.
Hey,
I appreciate you guys so much, man.
Yes. Everybody was in the building.
Man, my cuz, she put me out there and I was like, oh, well, only BV know about it. But hey, I didn't even share this shit on my page, but I just had to pray about it. I've been like, ooh, E.T. the hip hop preacher. I've been listening to gospel. I've been praying and everything. Man, I've been so nervous because there's just a stigma. But you know what, Cuzzo, I'm thankful that you have a platform already in place, and that even if I never share it, I got it out, and I got it out too.
And I'm happy, and I know you're happy too. And I told you, I said afterwards you're gonna feel a lot better.
Though, you know,
ATL.
ATL. Hey.
Yes, but I told you at the end of this show that you was gonna feel better, and I'm glad that you finally got it out. You know, people can say whatever they want to say now, but at the end of the day, no matter what people say, guess what? You can always come to Peachy Tea Time on April 15, 2022, and you can fact check. Believe it.
I love you.
Because can't nobody tell her story like she tell her story.
Listening to my story. Thank you so much. You don't know how much of a blessing this is, and my elevation is about to transcend. Like what? Hey,
yes.
God has been waiting on me to give him his due. Like my testimony is like, whoa, now like it's open. Everything's out in the open. Thank
Mama
you
P
so
said,
much. Thank you, cousin. Thank you so much.
So welcome. You are so welcome.
Thank you.
Mama P said, niece, you did amazing telling your story to help someone else in this life. And
thank you, CT.
Auntie said, amen, boo. Amen. Powerful story. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, that's my bestie. That's my Greek partner. That's my big Bridgeport. That's my baby right there, Toya.
Hey, bestie.
I see you, baby. She done sent me some Garris and everything. That's my baby right there.
All right, that's our baby. That's what she said. That's what she
baby,
said.
Man, I love you, cuz. Thank you so much. I'm so humble and so blessed.
You're so welcome. That's one thing that I can say. I asked in the beginning of the show, what do me and my cousin have in common? And Veronica won and said our eyes. And I'm going to end this show tonight by saying another thing that we both have in common, and that's humble. We are both very humble. We're humble to be here on my platform. Yes, it's my platform, but I'm still humble that I have a platform.
I'm so thankful.
I'm so thankful. I have something that people can come and other people can listen to, and we can.
He had to do it, but what he did,
he sure did it. Y'all know how he do, and y'all know how. Yes, and they know how my baby do too. So shout
I
out.
love you, Paulie. I love you, Paulie.
Yes. Now, do you want to drop your peaches, baby? You gotta drop your peaches.
Drop your peaches.
Drop your peaches.
Oh, I want to shout out to absolutely my queen. You know what I mean? Mary Jo motherfucking Grierson Tyson. You know, she hood as fuck. You know, whatever. But what she is. And then my daughter Janaya Louise Strode.
Hey,
Shout out to my
Janaya.
mama Venetia Ann Tyson, better known as Duke Super Lou. Hey, my daddy Larry Jones, my sister Julie, Sylvia, Donnell, Derek, hey, even Gabby, Uncle Roosevelt, and Ann. Hey, everybody. And guess what? This everybody that's going through the struggle, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you. Hey, my business partner, you know who you is. I ain't gonna say your name, but guess what? We be doing this shit when we was carrying them doors 3-4 times. Hey, our shit going up, bro. Hey, it's up.
Up from here. Up
It's
from
up.
here.
It's up. Hey, I felt the pain, and I appreciate you for guiding me, because guess what? Another motherfucker wouldn't have did what you did for me, and you had to do an interview with my mama. You had my back, and I love you for that shit. And I thank you. I thank you.
Now, where can people find you at? If anybody out there that want to interview you on their platform.
Just hit my cousin up, and she'll hit
that
you.
That would be me.
Yeah, you gotta hit my cousin up to get me, because I got anxiety. I take medicine and shit. Y'all can't get to me directly, because when my phone be ding ding ding, and no, I can't do that. I'm in therapy.
Just hit me up. Just hit me
military veteran. I gotta see if it works out for me. I got a lot going on. Yeah.
Y'all gotta
so
go through
my
me
cousin
first.
up if y'all want to get with me. You know what I mean? But if not, you know, it's cool. It's cool.
It's cool. But they gonna come at you. Don't worry. They gonna come at you.
But just get with her and you can get with me.
There you go. Hit up the missus. And y'all know where y'all can find me at on Facebook, YouTube, and IG. All 3 under Peachy Tea Time. Please like and share this video. Do it right now, please. Right now. Okay? And please, if you have not subscribed to my page, my cousin's so crazy. If you have not subscribed to my page on YouTube, please go subscribe right now. Peachy Tea Time, and time is spelled with a Y. And we are about to go. I will see y'all tomorrow at Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio, baby. I will be in studio.
Homie.
I'll be in studio tomorrow at 3:00 p.m. Y'all know how I do it. I'm bringing the heat, baby. I'm bringing the heat. All right, here go my baby. Bye, Janelle. Janelle, don't hang up. Don't hang up. You stay on there. Don't hang up, okay?
Who, me?
Yes, you. Don't hang up.
I love you.
Just stay right there.
I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening.
I love you, Mary.
Lifetime, I was ready to tell my story.
Yes, it's lifetime. Mary, don't hang up, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
Peachy time. Peachy time. Peachy time. Peachy time. Peachy time.